Hello ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, I'm the Captain 91 here once again to address the virtual masses. And today's Being Obese subject is on love, relationships, and sex, pretty much. And we're going to go there. One of the things in life that we do is we go out in this world and we try to find our soulmate, as they say. Our thing as human beings, we want to be loved and we want to have our love. We want to have our companion, our wife, husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. But in today's society, there comes a bit of a curveball when it comes to an overweight person. Because in today's society, through the media, through television, through all of that, built, muscular, skinny people are the desirable. And I'm not saying knock it on, because those people are, they can be desirable. But what happens is that it takes other people's eyes away, takes eyes on them, takes those eyes that are on them and takes them away from other people, other genuine people. And being an overweight person when it comes to love is very interesting. I don't know how it is with everybody else, but for me personally, and from all the other overweight kids that I grew up with, associated with, overweight people that I worked with, 9 times out of 10, we are very romantic people. And I think that is because of the fact that, as far as my case goes, I know I don't have a lot to offer to the lady as far as looks. So what we do, especially, and I speak for the small group of us to do, is we tend to, try to win the girl emotionally instead of physically. We hope that we do that, but the problem is that what happens is when we do that, we cater to their emotions, try to be there for them. It ends up backfiring on us, and it's happened to me quite a lot. I've been thrown into the proverbial friend zone because eventually the girl will love how you treat them, and they'll say that they love how you treat them. They say that they care about you, and they trust you, and then they can say anything that they want to you, and they can talk about anything. What happens is they eventually, once they get to that point, they hit a bump in the road, and they look in the mirror and they realize, they look at us and they say, oh my gosh, am I falling for this guy? And even if they're not, they go, I can't fall for this guy because he's grotesque. Look at his body. I can't imagine being with him. Which ties into the other thing, sex. Sex has become such a big part of today's society that it's slowly cusping itself into younger and younger people. So now it's become sort of an accepted art form that if you're dating somebody, when you choose to date somebody, that's the person you see yourself having sex with. That's the way it happens. So it makes it even harder for bigger guys because, 9 times out of 10, and this is, I'd assume, only by assumption. In my personal case, I'm not, I'm pretty non-judgmental, on a lot of people. I won't lie, I like a nice built girl, I guess you can blame that on the media or whatever, but for guys like us who want to go out, who know girls like that, and are friends with girls like that, and get close to girls like that, and want to be with girls like that, what happens is as we get closer, if they don't like you, they're not going to want to date you, maybe because A, they don't like you, and B, since this whole concept of sex is in the world, they're going to look at you and be like, I can't imagine myself having sex with an overweight person like that. And I'm not just saying that, it's blowing smoke out of my ass. That's true. I've had girls tell me that before. I had a girl tell me, I've had a girl deny me to prom because I was fat. She told me that to my face. I've had girls that I've talked to online who say, they can't see it. I've seen videos of girls who talk about it, and they say, and they've themselves admitted that, they've had really true best friends as these big guys, and they would have dated them if it wasn't for their size, because they just couldn't see themselves sleeping with a guy that big. And that's sad. That truly is. And I find this funny. I had a person suggest to me, be like, why don't you be a homosexual, a gay guy, because gay guys love big guys, like call them bears. And it's like, oh well, that's pure as dandy, but I'm not gay. Nothing wrong with being gay, but I'm not gay. Why can't there be women out there like that? Really, you know? And the problem is, you know, someone could say, well, you should just go find you a big girl. Well, yeah, there's big girls out there, but from my experiences on dating sites and stuff, that big girls want skinny guys. So what's the problem with a big guy wanting a skinny girl? You know, that's how I see it sometimes, because that's sometimes those are the girls sometimes that I desire. Those are my friends, the girls that I attract with. So why is that? You know, I'm tired of being with, you know, seeing girls that I'm really friends with, and you know they say we're too good of friends. You know, I try to confront them. I like to confront them about it. Be like, is it the fact that we're just too good friends, or is it the fact that you just don't want to date the fat guy? Because here's the thing: my good counterpoint to that friendship is the fact that if you talk to a married person, a married couple, and you ask them, oh, who's that person? And they'll say, oh, they're my best friend. So ladies, you can't throw out that best friend shit, because I can already debunk that shit like that. Okay? It's life. You got to take a chance. Yeah, sure, you're putting your friendship on the line, but hell, you got to take a chance. That's what being human's all about. And this is starting to turn into a rant, but I'm just telling you. That's what it comes from, this side of being obese. And the sad thing is if people who are obese that work on it, who are planning to work on it, and who will eventually get better, all that's going to change. You're going to start getting noticeable. Relationships are going to come by easier. All of that. And that's bittersweet. Because once that happens, you get what you want. You get accepted. You find that you're wanted by people. But in the same sense, it's like, what the hell? Why is it now? Why couldn't it have been before? That's the problem. That's the problem. Okay, well, I gotta go. Just remember to subscribe. Please subscribe to more videos. You know, check them out. I'm trying to get some wisdom out here. So thank you. Keep up and keep riding along with me on the journey. I'll post another video up here pretty soon. But thank you guys, and have a good day.